If you ignore the signal the Federal Reserve just sent, you are absolutely guaranteed to miss the 2026 bull run.
You know, while the entire mainstream media is chasing their tails over rate cuts, the real story, the one that actually matters for your portfolio, is happening completely in the shadows. And frankly, it's a direct attack on every single retail crypto investor out there. Because just days ago, the Fed, with zero fanfare, quietly injected a staggering $13.5 billion into the banking system. Now, this is not some routine adjustment. They're calling it Unofficial QE, which is just a fancy way of saying they've turned on the money printer. It has the exact same effect, flooding the system with cheap cash. And that money, it has to go somewhere. This, my friends, is the starting gun for the entire rally. So, stick with me, because by the end of this, I promise you're going to understand the one historical signal with a perfect 100% success rate that proves this thing is coming. And, more importantly, you'll know the exact price levels XRP has to hit to confirm the launch is a go.
Okay, let's get right into it. First up, the secret money printer. You see, to really grasp what's happening right now, you have to look back, because what we're witnessing isn't new. It is a direct repeat of 2019, and the last time this happened, the results were absolutely mind-blowing.
And this right here, this is the blueprint. It's so simple. Back in 2019, the Fed did a similar massive liquidity injection. And what happened next? The 2020 to 2021 bull run, the biggest we have ever seen in crypto history. So, fast forward to today. The Fed has just fired up that money printer again to the tune of $13.5 billion. The pattern couldn't be clearer. When the big banks get stuffed with cheap money, that capital always spills over into high-risk, high-reward assets. And what's at the top of that list? Crypto. The cause is identical, so the effect is about to be too. All right, let's keep going, because this is about way more than just printing money. This is a deliberate, carefully planned deception. Which brings us to part 2, the crypto price trap.
And this just lays out the whole game they're playing. The official story, the one you'll hear on TV, is that they're fighting inflation, protecting the economy. But their actions are telling a completely different story. The real story is that they are actively compressing crypto prices, keeping them artificially down just long enough for their buddies on Wall Street to load up their bags for cheap.
So what does this all mean? It means this is a trap. It is designed to shake you out of your position, to create panic, to make you sell your XRP for a tiny profit at, say, $2, right before the institutional tidal wave of capital comes rushing in and sends prices to levels you can't even fathom right now. They are literally front-running you. Which leads us to the inevitable outcome. But you might be thinking, with all this manipulation, how can we be so sure the rally is even going to happen? That's a fair question. So let's just ask it directly. Is this next rally really, truly a sure thing? Can we actually bank on it? Well, according to the hard data from history, the answer is a resounding yes. There is one signal that up until this point has never, ever been wrong. A perfect track record.
And this is that signal. Pay close attention. When the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates at the same time the stock market, the S&P 500, is trading at or near its all-time highs, which is the exact scenario we're in right now, the market has always exploded to the upside. This setup has happened 20 times in history, and every single one of those 20 times, the market finished significantly higher. A 20 out of 20 hit rate is the closest thing to a mathematical certainty you will ever find in finance. And that brings us to the most important piece of the puzzle, the final countdown. Let's translate all this big picture stuff into hard, actionable numbers for XRP. This is the Launchpad.
Okay, these are the only 2 numbers that matter right now. You can forget all the other noise. Step 1. We need to see XRP establish and hold massive support at $2.09. That's the foundation. Then, step 2, this is the final trigger, the point of no return, is a daily candle closing above $2.24. When you see that happen, the launch is on. It's go time.
The money printer is on. The signal is flashing green. This isn't the drill. Your window to get positioned before the entire crowd wakes up and stampedes in, well, that window is closing, and it's closing fast.
You're watching Crypto Global News. If you want to stay ahead of these seismic shifts in the market, you cannot afford to wait. Like this explainer, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and absolutely smash that subscribe button. And then, this is important, hit that bell icon right now so you get our updates the second they drop. Don't be the one left behind. And for all our viewers who want the real, unfiltered truth, I want you to join our inner circle on Telegram. Scan the QR code on the screen right now with your phone, or just click the link down in the description. You'll get our uncensored intel there first, way before anyone else.
But there's still one massive question left on the table. What is the exact month this whole XRP explosion is set to begin? Well, I've already mapped out the entire timeline based on this data. To get that answer, click the video right here on the left of your screen. Click it right now, and I'll break it all down for you.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.